wrestling with us that actually we've been in a pandemic for a while. The rest of the world's just got to their pandemic, but we've actually been in this pandemic for a while. So to us, it's just like, why should we stay quiet? Why should silence is violence? Why can I not talk to my white friends about race? Why should I feel intimidated to do that? Why should I feel like I'm opening a Pandora's box? I want to challenge the education system to teach our black boys about their history, teach our black children about their history. I don't just want to learn about Henry VIII, but I want to learn about where I came from, where my ancestors came from. Our ancestors were inventors, they were kings, they were queens, and we had our own dynasty. We weren't just slaves, we weren't just savages, and that needs to really be wiped away. There wasn't just Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, there was the Black Panthers, there were so many of us that was fighting for this cause and was fighting for freedom. And that has just been...
The new venue, North, East, West, South, unite from every alley in Cali, intersection and back street. 27-year-old activist from a UK group called the Taking the Initiative Party, TTIP, Taking the Initiative Party, was shot in the head around 3 a.m. on Sunday morning. Her name was Sasha Johnson. She was an activist and a mother. And she was shot in her head, and she's currently in critical condition, fighting for her life. She at one point led a Black Lives Matter protest march. She was the leading person on that she have been getting threats on her life while being an activist. It's touching. My blessings go to this young 27-year-old mother and activist and parent. The police in the UK are stating at the moment that it had nothing to do with a threat, that she was just in an area where a party was going on and ended up getting shot in her head. And it's tough. It's tough. Women activists, they have powerful sisters out here, and they are on those front lines. And that's why it goes for anybody. If you're going to fight for something, sometimes there's casualties in war. But for now, it's allegedly that it wasn't because of her activism, which is stated by law enforcement. But her group, TTIP, says that the young woman has been getting death threats. And this is what the shooting stemmed from. So now it's their word against her group's word. It said it's believed the shooting happened near a house where a party was taking place, and a number of people may have been in the area. This was what was stated by the Met Police. The Taking the Initiative Party said the attack followed numerous death threats. So, for now, they're using word against word. Tamika Mallory of Black Lives Matter took to Instagram, and I'm paraphrasing, said, "Pull through, get well, sis." That was her Instagram post. And numerous people left Instagram posts for the sister, telling her to stay strong and get well. Ms. Johnson was a woman who worked in community activism and community support. She has been a leading figure in the Black Lives Matter movement in the UK, and also is a member of the TTIP, Taking the Initiative Party Leadership Committee. The party describes itself as aiming to create real change in communities across the UK by setting the agenda in government. It's said that it wanted to do this by putting forward exceptional candidates who truly represent their communities, winning seats to create a parliament that looks like the society that it leads. The party said Ms. Johnson was a mother of two and a powerful voice who had always been fighting for Black people and against the injustices that affect the Black community. Let's all come together and pray for Sasha they went on to say, for her recovery and show our support to her family and loved ones. Black Lives Matter in the UK said it was shocked by the shooting of a young mother and fearless political campaigner who was the forefront of many Black Lives Matter protests last summer. It said that while she was not part of the organization, she impressively founded a new Black-led political party and was dedicated to resist anti-Black racism. So, yes, she wasn't a part of Black Lives Matter, but she fought with them. She stood with them. And she protested and marched with them. We're waiting on more details to come out before we can get really technical and dive into this story. But it's just to let the people know that this high-profile activist in the UK, Sasha Johnson, was shot in her head on Sunday morning. And that's a tough job to have. You're fighting for people, low pay to no pay, and you're putting your life on the line. And you notice nowadays we have more Black women on the front line fighting. Yeah, the men are out there, but the ones leading the charge as of late have been the Black women. So we have to change the role. We got to reverse the role, family, to the men. And with that, I'm going to say this is the news in you. North, east, west, south. Unite from every alley in Cali, intersection in Backstreet. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.